Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, man? We are back with another one, man. We got my boy MMA Boxing Addicts
Go,
back
let's
in the
go.
building. Uh-oh, wrong button. Sometimes I hit the wrong buttons, man. God dang. Hold on, wait a minute. Change the thing, change it. There we go. Hey, my boy Boxing Addicts back in the building, man. And man, listen, man, we got some. There go one court over there. We
We
got
here, we here.
Yeah, man, we got Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. And then not only that, um Keith Thurman and Fundora, man. It's called off, man. Unfortunately, it's called off, man. Really sad situation for me because I was really looking forward to seeing Keith Thurman back in the ring, man, and back in action, man. But I think Keith Thurman sort of kind of understands that an injury is prone to happen when you fight because Keith Thurman had many setbacks. So it's unfortunate for that situation, but nonetheless, man, Jaron Boots Ennis had a tremendous performance on Saturday night, and he defeated his opponent within one round. So, I mean, do we give him credit for that? Do we say like what's your thoughts on that, bro?
To be honest, man, so this is a tough one. I like to give all fighters credit. I'm not trying to completely bash them and everything. When you look
Right,
at Vergil Ortiz's first fight at 154 pounds, who did he fight? That's what a lot of people are paying attention to. We look at
right,
who
right,
Vergil Ortiz is. It wasn't Sergey Boracek. That wasn't his
right,
first fight at 154. You know
right.
what I mean? He fought guys like Thomas Delarme and Frederick Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Vergil Ortiz when he fought against Frederick Dawson? What was it? A first round KO in the
Yeah,
first round?
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
The same exact thing that Jerome
Mhm.
Boots Ennis did this
Right,
weekend. But a lot of people are giving Jerome Boots Ennis hate for it.
right.
Okay, now I kind of understand because Jerome Boots Ennis, former IBF, Ring Magazine, WBA welterweight champion of the world. Vergil Ortiz wasn't a full champion,
Right,
but we held both of them at the same pedestal. You know what I mean? And we
right.
got to judge them both the same. So when I look at Jerome Boots Ennis' first fight at 154 pounds, I mean, he did what a lot of people thought he was supposed to do. I didn't think it was gonna be in the first round. I'm gonna be real with you.
Right,
I
right,
studied
right,
I,
right,
I
right.
studied tape. I studied tape on Usuma Lima, and there's a lot of people who say, "Man, that was like I seen Brian Norman Jr. come out and
What did he
say that,
say?
and he said that wasn't a good win. That
Ooh,
he shouldn't be happy in that win. That when he threw out his mouthpiece, when he got all mad, he
yeah,
got all happy. He said that was, I don't want to say the word. I'll just say dumb. He said that
yeah.
that was dumb right there, bro.
Right, right.
Because some people are looking at Usuma Lima like a super trash opponent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough to judge and how you look at his performance. It was a fantastic performance. Don't get me wrong. Ridiculous. That's exactly what you want, right? He didn't want it to go the distance. He didn't want it to go
Right.
to the sixth round. He was promising us a KO. That's exactly what he did, and I'm satisfied with it. What about you?
I'm satisfied with it, but like you said, like once you said that about Vergil Ortiz, it sort of kind of like put more context. It put more context to the fight for me. You know what I mean? Like I really felt like it's just, do we give him that credit? But it's like we got to give him the credit, right? You can't take a win is a win, rather whatever level of opponent that fighter have. A win is a win. So you have to give him that much of credit for the fight, right? I think the thing is, a lot of people are saying like it's the level of fighter that he fought, and that stopping Lima too early could be looked at as like, oh, you were supposed to do that,
Yeah,
or it was looked like, oh, that was too easy of an opponent. You know what I mean? Maybe
yeah,
he should have let Lena make it to the third round, fourth round, and then get him up out of there.
yeah. That's what I
Let
was
him
thinking.
survive a little bit, because getting him out of there, like he literally just whitewashed him, bro. And it was like, why even train for 2 or 3 months if you was just going to go in there and do that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people might be upset with him about going in there and getting a stoppage that early.
And I completely understand, man. I mean, Usuma Lima, they were trying to hype him up. You know, what is his record now? 14-2? 14,
Yeah,
14. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of experience. When I did some research on him, I think he started boxing at the age of 18. If
yeah,
I'm not. So, like, when you look at it like that, then for sure, man, like, Jerome Boots Ennis should have never been in that ring with that opponent.
right,
Right? That's like
right.
setting up a regional fighter here to get into the ring with Vergil Ortiz. What's
Right,
gonna
it's like
happen?
me getting in there. Shit,
Yeah,
they will go in there and squash me like a bug. You feel
you
me?
get first round knockout, first 10 seconds or
Yeah,
something, and then
yeah, yeah.
so I completely understand it, especially when the 154-pound division is super stacked. You know, you had guys like Josh Kelly, who I would have rather seen that fight than Usuma Lima. You know, they were trying
Right.
to set that up, but I remember Eddie Hearn only gave Josh Kelly 24 hours, literally 24 hours to answer to the deal. You know what I mean? I would have rather seen. I mean, they didn't send the offer to Jesus Ramos. They sent it to Abel Ramos. But even Abel
Yeah,
Ramos, I don't even think Abel's fought at the 154-pound division. I think it's a 147-pounder.
yeah.
And
When we take a look at that fight, right, and we look at the landscape of let's just say hold on, I'm looking at this thing. If we look at the landscape of the 154-pound division now, man, are you excited? You know, now you got Boots that's entering in the division, but you got Vergil Ortiz that's been. How long has Vergil been in the division?
I believe he's been in the division since 2023.
Yeah. So do you think like, see, because I hate when fighters just now coming into the division, like Boo said, he feels good. He felt like he can go work out, right?
Yeah.
Versus Vergil Ortiz been in that division. Do you think like maybe he might be coming to an end in 154? And like if my whole thing is I just don't want Vergil to weigh in and he look like he's sunk in because he's been in the division for so long.
Yeah. Very true.
You see
Very
what
true.
I'm saying?
Yeah, very true. I think Vergil will be good. I think he'll be good, man. I think you know, when he fights against Erickson Lubin and he comes in and
We
we
can
see the
tell.
way
We can tell then.
we're gonna be able to tell, you know, how Vergil Ortiz is looking. You know, we don't want him fainting. We don't want him fainting and having to get to the hospital again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff like that, like the last time. But yeah, man, I think he's gonna be good. But I'm excited for his fight with Erickson Lubin. A lot of people saying
I'm
that.
excited. You know what? I'm excited for it too. My only thing is I want to be able to see him. Is 80. My only thing is I want to be able to see him. You know, I'm excited for him, but Erickson Lubin, you know, it's a good step up competition for him. You know what I mean? And for him
Yeah,
to go straight into the boost fights, that shows that Vergil isn't scared. You know what I mean? For him to go
yeah,
straight to the boost fights, because I think like Vergil really like when people was questioning him and stepping up his level of competition, his level of competition was stepping up was to Vergil was to Sergey Bayuchuk and then Madrimov, right? He watched. I think he did an outstanding job towards Madrimov,
yeah,
and
yeah.
like now Erickson Lubin. Then I think like another step up is the boost in his fight.
So I agree with that, dude. I think Erickson Lubin, in my opinion, is that we're gonna see how he performs against Lubin, and I feel like the way how he performs against Lubin, we're gonna be able to see how he performs against Boots Ennis. As
Right,
in
right,
Lubin's like a 50% of what Boots Ennis is. You know
right.
what I mean? But
And
Boots Ennis, I mean Erickson Lubin's a dog, man. This guy's a dog. You know, he only has 2 losses on his record to Jamar Charlo when he was 23 back in
I
2017.
was so disappointed at that fight, bro. When he got hit and then he went straight down, bro. I was so disappointed at that fight, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
disappointed.
And then he was able to get like what a 6-fight win streak, beat Jason Rosario, and then he fought Fundora.
Ooh,
And
can't
then
nobody beat the Inferno, bro. Like
hey,
Sebastian Fundora is a dog, man. When his name come up on a contract, every fighter should automatically be like, who else is
yeah,
available?
For real. And that's why I respect Keith Thurman for taking that fight, man. I know he needs a fight, but that's a deadly one that a lot of people don't want to get into, man.
Oh
He's
man,
the tallest champion in boxing. And
he is.
he's the junior he's a fucking junior middleweight division. I mean,
Bro, and it's not even about just him being the tallest fighter to me. To me, it's about him being the tallest fighter, him having the longer reach, him just, bro, like you can be standing across the street and he just go like this and he go hit you. You know, like street. Hey, have you ever played the old game Sega Street Fighter?
yeah.
And it was like one character where he can kick you from a long way and he can punch you from a long way. Like that's who Sebastian Fundora is. Like, but the thing is, he don't mind getting in the pocket and banging with you.
His volume is relentless, man. You know, he lets punches go ridiculously, especially in these last couple of fights. He's been utilizing his height and he's been using that jab a lot. He's been flicking that jab out there every 3 seconds. Bah, bah, bah. Yeah. It's been impressive. Hey, but one thing I'll tell you, man, is I was definitely gonna lay a bag on Keith Thurman. I swear, bro. I love Keith.
I don't bet against Sebastian Fundora, bro.
And I'm a big Sebastian Fundora fan too. But I just love the legacy. I just love Keith Thurman, what he's been about, representing, America, and just how he is at press conferences. You know, I know he's being extra sometimes, but he's trying to sell to the fans, and I respect that. And this was gonna be a great fight. Man. I could have seen some type of Brian Mendoza type of moment where Keith Thurman just big left hook, boom, right hand, boom, overhand, right hand, down goes Fundora. Keith Thurman. Like, oh my goodness. But at the same time, that could have been his funeral fight. You know what I mean?
What was his name? Brian Mendoza? That's the dude that beat Fundora one time, right?
Yeah, that's the dude that knocked him out. But he was getting beat up though. He was getting beat up that whole fight, and then he just got lucky with that one lucky punch, bro. And Erickson Lubin. I feel like because Fundora's there, and you could hit him with those overhand hooks. You know that. So like in my opinion, if Boots Ennis fought against Sebastian Fundora, I think Boots Ennis knocks him out within 6 rounds.
If Boots Ennis fights Sebastian Fundora,
I think he knocks him out within 6. And the only reason why I say that is because I feel like in order to knock somebody out like Sebastian Fundora, you got to be accurate and explosive as hell. Because his chin is right there to be hit, but you got to be able to hit it. You know what I mean? Somebody like Boots Ennis, somebody like Terrence Bud Crawford, these guys who have those switch hitting, pop, will be able to sleep. They'll be able to sleep.
What about Spence? Because it was rumored that him and Spence were supposed to go at it one time, but the WBC blocked it.
Earl Spence Jr. versus Jaron Boots Ennis?
No, versus Sebastian Fundora.
Okay. Earl Spence before the crash or right now as we're speaking?
Right now.
Woo! I'm gonna be honest. I think Earl Spence Jr. wins that fight. Yeah. I think he wins that fight. I think he uses his IQ. I think he uses his skills. I think he stays behind the jab. I don't think he allows Fundora to get off as many punches as everybody else lets him get off. But I do think Fundora is a problem for everybody.
I think it's a problem for everybody. Spence is my favorite fighter, but one thing that Sebastian Fundora does is he stays in the pocket. And if you stay in the pocket too long with Earl Spence, bro, he go attack that body. And goes.
Exactly.
I don't know though, man, because Sebastian Fundora, listen, when that fight got called off, I was happy. Bro. I didn't want to see Spence versus Sebastian Fundora, bro. That's one fight that I did not want to see. I'm not afraid to say it. Like
do you think what about Vergil Ortiz versus Sebastian Fundora?
Man, you know what? I see how he sort of kind of struggled with Sergey Boyachuk, and he's a tall fighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just got to see what type of... But Vergil surprised the hell out of me when he went up against Madrimov.
Yeah, he looked better. He looked
better. So I don't know what different training he did. It'll be a good fight. But I got to ask you a question, though.
Yes.
So this fight with Boots Ennis and Sebastian Fundora, we really wasn't calling for this particular fight. This fight just sort of like came up and about, and like from the promoters. Oh yeah, Boots Ennis and and
Everybody.
Vergil Ortiz, and it's like, okay, I wasn't really calling for this fight. How exciting are you for this particular fight? Like, or do you agree? Like, is this something you was calling for, or is this something just like came out the blue for you too?
Nah, I wasn't calling for Vergil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis. I know a lot of people were, even in the 147-pound division. I know people were calling for that, but I was more, I more was waiting for Boots Ennis to fight somebody like Terrence Bud Crawford. That's what my eyes was on the whole time. When I seen Boots Ennis rising in the ranks, that's all I was thinking about was T Bud. Vergil, you know, now that they're in the 154-pound division, I feel like it's just been they just been cooking up all the Twitter beef that's been going back and forth.
Yeah.
They forced the public to want to see this fight. You know what I mean? And I agree with you because I'm a Vergil fan. And one thing that I'll tell you, man, is my prediction for Vergil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis. I don't like to say it. I don't like to say it, bro, because I'm a Vergil Ortiz fan. But when I look at stylistically the matchup, I want to see Boots Ennis compete one more time in the 154-pound division if I can, to be able to actually rate him against, somebody who's better, to be able to compare him to Vergil. But right now, if we're speaking right now, I think Boots Ennis got the skills, man, to be able to give somebody like Vergil Ortiz problems, man. Vergil Ortiz has like that Mexican style. I like to call him the junior Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. The way he comes forward and how he's just bobbing and ducking under those punches, that's how Julio Cesar Chavez would do it, bro. Yeah. And I like it. But the one thing is that he's there to be hit sometimes, even though he has great head movement, don't get me wrong. But like you said, Sergio Borchek, a tall fighter, was clipping him a bunch of times. You know what I mean? Dropped him one time in the 8th and arguably dropped him one time in the first round. You know what I mean? Say what you want to say about those knockdowns, but it doesn't matter if you're off balance or if it's not a real knockdown. If your hands touch the canvas, it's a knockdown. That's how it goes in the sport of boxing. You know what I mean? And but yeah, man, I think Boots Ennis gives Vergil Ortiz a lot of problems, man.
I do too, and I don't know if I'm really ready to see that fight, man. Honestly, man, I feel like Vergil is a good fighter, man, but when he went up against Sergey Bayuchuk, he sort of kind of like struggled, but he impressed me a lot when he went up against Madrimov.
I thought
I just don't know, bro. Like, but I think Boots is a heavy hitter. He's a tough guy. Like, he's a big guy. So I don't know how Vergil reacts to Boots Ennis doing these type of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Boots is defensively sound, man. I mean, when you study him,
and he's
he's athletic too. Yeah. Active, athletic, explosive. Yeah. You really got to look for your holes, and it's kind of tough. Like when you fight a guy like Erickson Lubin, in my opinion, I think
it's a tune-up for me.
And you can hit him in the body.
It's a good tune-up.
Lubin be having that high guard. He be picking up that high guard, and he be leaving himself open for those body shots.
Open, yep.
And I feel like you could see that. Like me and you, we could watch tape on Erickson Lubin, and we could distinguish that, and we could work on that during camp, and that's what we could do. But against a guy like Boots Ennis, it's a little bit tougher. And before he fought against Boots Ennis is still, though, for him, though, I still feel like I'm still iffy. The reason why is because when you seen him against Karen, right? And you seen him even against, what's his name? He fought David Avesanian too, right? Some of these dudes were landing punches on Boots Ennis. Some of them were landing punches on him. And in those days, I was like, man, like he's a hittable fighter. He's a hittable fighter. But since he's fought Stanionis, and Stanionis was having some good rounds.
Yeah, he was having my whole thing with Stanionis, bro, is that Stanionis was out of touch for some time, bro. So it's like,
yeah, and I don't think he was ever one of the best 147 pounders in the world. Like,
well, I was when they was trying to put him up against Spence, bro, I was like, dang, that's when he was good. You know what I'm saying? But Stanionis had been out the ring for some time, bro. And the thing is, you can be a great fighter, but if you're not active, then you can struggle. But the difference between Stanionis and Boots Ennis is that Boots Ennis had been active. You could call all his fights tune-ups. It doesn't matter. He was active. He had been actively in the ring, boxing versus a Stanionis. He had been out the ring for 2 years and then come back and to fight a Boots Ennis. That's kind of tough. He should have been having like a tune-up or two before the Boots Ennis fight, and then maybe we would have got a different Sebastian Fundora fight.
That's facts. That's facts. And also when Boots Ennis fought against David Avincinian, that dude was on the layoff too. You know, he'd already been knocked out by Terrence Bud Crawford. And then he had what, 2 more fights and then fought him. And when you look at him, I think he only fought 2 times in 2 years, 2 times in 3 years before he fought against Boots Ennis. So, you know, the bag is out on that one. And then with this win over Osuma Lima, I feel like I didn't get to see enough yet to see if he's still hittable. Because if he's as hittable as he was against Kieran, right, then I think Vergil Ortiz is going to hit him. I think he's going to land punches on him. I think he's going to push him up against the ropes, land that left hook, boom, pick it up, boom, hit him. But the question is, has Boots like leveled up his game so much now?
I think Boots feel like he got Vergil Ortiz in a bag, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, his demeanor and his y'all, I've been hearing all of that. Y'all go see, y'all go. I feel like he got Vergil in the bag. Like
Eddie Hearn too. And I feel like when Boots knocked out Lima, I think Eddie Hearn in his head, he got all wet. He got all. You seen him jumping up around chairs, and he was like dancing on camera. It was like, hey, Vergil, Fundora, anybody.
That's because he probably feel like he has a fighter now. Facts. You know what I'm saying? He has a fighter now, like, because you got to remember his only fighter was what's his name? The UK guy. My mind went blank.
In what division?
He just went up against he just fought in the UK. He getting ready to fight right now. Conor Benn.
Oh, yes, sir.
So
yes,
his
sir.
only fighter was Conor Benn.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now he feel like, okay, now I got me a good 154 pounder. You know what I'm saying? And Boots Ennis. But you know what I was thinking? If Boots Ennis want to solidify himself and like to become like more of like a good pay-per-view star, I'll fight Vergil Ortiz. And after Vergil Ortiz, I'll go and fight Conor Benn. But I wouldn't fight Conor Benn in the US. I would go overseas and fight him, because overseas that's like football. Boxing is like football to them over there. Yeah. And bro, he'll make a hell of a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? He will have to be dominant and actually win, because Conor Benn is like a king over there. But he would definitely, become a household name.
That would be a huge fight in the UK. Sell out Wembley. That would be a huge fight right there. Ridiculous fight, especially because the UK fans are more, like you said, they're more in tune with boxing than United States fans. We got too much football going on in NBA. Right. But in my opinion, bro, Boots Ennis, you know who I think he's gonna fight next?
Who?
The WBA junior middleweight champion of the world is that Abbas Baru, who just got elevated. And the reason why I say that is because it's the easiest route. It's the easiest route to the title, to a title shot. I seen an interview with Abbas talking about how he'll gladly take that fight. He'll gladly take it.
Yeah. And
other than Xander Zayas, other than Sebastian Fundora, who, to be honest, I don't think neither of them will take the fight. I think nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to say, "Oh, Boots is like that's a fighter that Boots should fight next." Because that is not a fighter that Boots should fight next. I think the whole boxing world is going to be pissed off.
Yeah,
but I do think the way Boots moves and Eddie Hearn moves, if they're trying to avoid that big fight just for one more fight, you got Vergil and Erickson Lubin coming up.
Yeah,
get a title, easy money. He'll beat Abbas easy. So.
Do you think we get Boots versus Charlo?
That's up to Charlo, man. I
I don't
think
think
Boots.
Charlo gonna do it.
I think Boots will do it. I think Charlo, if he wants to be glorious, if he wants to get back and own his division once again, get back all his titles again, uh, and prove to the world that he is a Lionheart, which he's already done, you know. But then I think he'll.
I think 154 is really 154 has just become the new 147. You remember how 147 was so dominant? And we had Keith Thurman, we had Garcia, we had Sean Porter.
Yeah.
Like 154 is now like the gold division. But the thing is with Crawford, like Crawford is so smart. He says he's not going back down to 154. He'll go down to 160. So in Crawford's mind, I'm going to conquer 160. So all of these guys at 154, they go have to come and see me.
Yeah, I heard. I seen that. Yep, I seen that. I seen isn't Janabek gonna face Erislandy Laura? And it's very possible that Terrence Bud Crawford faces the winner out of them.
Yeah. This is Sebastian Fundora is rumored and Keith Thurman is rumored to be now on the Eastside Pitbull Cruz and Lamont Roach card. What you think about that? I think that's pretty good. I feel like that's like a WrestleMania moment for boxing. You know what I'm saying?
And it's by PBC, right?
And it's by PBC.
Yeah, that'd be like ridiculous. I've seen a lot of people saying that they should do that. They should do.
And the thing is, now it's worth that $74+ that they asking for.
But that's if Fundora could come back with his hand injury. You know what I mean? That's if he could come back. That's if he could come back. You know what I mean? Will you think he comes back? Because I tried doing some research and I
seen Keith Thurman say something like it's possible. You know, I got done watching an interview with Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said it's possible. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's gonna stay active just in case, you know.
I wonder if Sebastian Fundora got cold feet.
Nah, he ain't got I believe he actually hurt, bro. I don't think Sebastian Fundora would do nothing like that now. Not Sebastian.
Yeah,
Fundora, bro. Like,
I agree with you.
He's too good of a fighter, bro. Now, if it was any of these other fighters, I'd be like, yeah.
I heard that Shaquille Foster and Stephen Fulton was supposed to be moved.
They moving them to the December the 6th card.
Ooh,
hey, what you think about Rolly going up against Pacquiao, bro?
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you right now.
Rolly's a friend of the channel, bro. I interviewed him, but
really?
Yeah. But I don't know if I like Rolly going up against Manny Pacquiao, bro, because Manny Pacquiao throw like a lot of punches in one burst. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Rolly would have to stop that and then just pow. Yeah. Rolly would have to put like a lot more combinations together. Like what's his name did? Mario Barrios against Manny Pacquiao.
Yep, and he'll have to do more than what Keith Thurman did to Manny Pacquiao. That's a good fight, man. I like Manny Pacquiao, bro. He's one of my favorite fighters ever. So to see him come back and try to challenge somebody, I thought Mario Barrios that was down challenging somebody like that, but at the same time, I was like, he should beat somebody like Mario Barrios just from what I've seen Manny Pacquiao do in his career.
Manny Pacquiao, to me, just trying to come back and get a title, bro. Like,
yeah,
but you didn't win. Right, you didn't win the fight with Mario Barrios, right? It was a draw, right?
Yeah, it was a draw.
But if it was a draw, why not go back and give us that same match again? Why because you're trying to go out. You're trying to go out. Shout out to Kevin says salute. Oh man, I appreciate it. Hey, I'll be the old man. Hey, listen, but the thing is, why not go back out and then try to fight Mario Barrios again? No, you just trying to come up and get another championship because all the hard hitters are gone. All his threats are gone after 147-pound division.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts right there. If Raleigh could pick up his volume and, like you said, throw some combinations, but extend those combinations and move his feet a little bit more, put the pressure on Pacquiao, then maybe he'll be able to clip him once in a while. But like I agree with you, dude. I think Pacquiao might be just a little too fast with his inside and outside movement. You know, he's too explosive coming in, pop, and then getting out. Rolly's gonna have to. Yeah. Rolly got to set his feet. I think if Rolly wants to have a chance, maybe take off a little bit of those punches and pick up your volume. You know what I mean? And that. You know how he'll be like,
yeah.
Grab Pacquiao, grab him, literally grab him, throw him up against the ropes when he's trying to get out of it. When he's trying to circle around you,
The
grab him.
thing is with Pacquiao is he respect power. So if when Rolly, because they say Rolly got bricks in his hand.
Yeah, he
So
hits hard for sure.
the thing is when Rolly hit Pacquiao, he's gonna have to throw like one hard punch, and then Pacquiao go respect it.
Yeah, that's facts right there.
Pacquiao respect power, bro.
And if he respects it, and Pacquiao just fights from the outside, yeah, I think he could beat Rolly Romero, man. I think that's a good stylistic matchup for him.
I'm rocking with my boy Rolly, man. Shout out to that boy Rolly.
But Rolly could pull off a Marquez. You know what I mean? Marquez caught him with that big right hand. Boom.
Put him to sleep.
That was one of the saddest losses of my life. When Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, my whole family is Latino, and everybody was screaming in my face, grabbing me, like grabbing my shoulders, like going. And I was just so sad, bro. I remember when I came home, I didn't even go inside my house. I sat down on the chair outside and I started crying, bro. I loved Pacquiao, bro. Growing up, that was my fighter. Like when I see Pacquiao, that's what made me want to be a boxer. He was the reason that I'm even talking to you in the first place. You know what I mean? So shout out to the legend Manny Pacquiao. But Raleigh's cool too, dude. I like the transition that Raleigh has been showing from being that brash guy, fur coats, to being loco, to being now an actually smart, good person, dude. You know, he reads the Bible every night, and I see him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's real cool, real chill though, bro. He's actually real cool and real chill, man. They tried to count him out during that Riyadh season card, bro. In New York, bro, they tried to oh, Rolly, you just here for the show, you just here for the name, and then my boy showed up and bow. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I feel like they're still trying to count him out, like when they try to come out with that Ryan Garcia hand injury right after the fight.
Yeah. I feel, oh yeah, definitely. But the thing is, with me, man, is like Manny Pacquiao, I think Rolly is an easy opponent, and so Rolly gonna have to come out there and show him like, nah, you once ran this division. I'm now running this division.
Yeah,
147, Rolly can really take it over, bro. Like, if he win this fight, he can take over 147 is his, bro. Because like they trying to count him out.
So we got Brian Norman Jr., who's your WBO welterweight champion, who's fighting against Devin Haney coming up. Let's just say
on the line.
Yep. Let's just say Brian Norman wins that fight. You think he beats Rolly Romero? Brian Norman Jr.?
Ooh. Nah, Rolly got them thighs, bro.
Because Brian Norman,
I can't go against Rolly, bro.
Hell yeah.
Rolly gave me my first interview. I can't go against the grain.
Oh yeah, man. Who do you think's gonna win between Devin Haney and Brian Norman, bro? I see everybody counting Devin. Y'all rocking with Devin? I'm rocking with Devin too. I'm rocking with Devin because everybody just likes to talk crap on him, bro. Everybody just likes to diss on this kid. Everybody likes to just and I understand, some of the moves that he's made, some of the lawsuits, some of the just, everything.
I think the lawsuit was warranted, bro. Like, because bro, like you signed up to, bro, you cheated. You signed the contract saying that you go come into this ring as a clean sport, and then you show up with that in your system. How do you explain? Like, nah, bro. Like, and then because you cheated me. Now his whole reputation then went down, bro. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it was dirty, bro. I think and everybody just looks at that Ryan Garcia knockout for what it is, but nobody remembers that he missed weight by 4 pounds.
Yep. But we can't really complain, and I tell people, like, even though we can't really complain about that, we really can't complain about it because Devin accepted the purse on it.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. You know what I mean? He took it, and if unfortunately he paid for it.
Yeah, he paid.
But in my opinion, he's still undefeated. I mean, his record says it. He's undefeated. You know what I mean? And I know Ryan Garcia did what he did to him, but I'm gonna look at boxing in that point of view. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at statistically, and I'm gonna say, wow, yeah, he beat him, but he failed a drug test and he came in overweight. I know Devin Haney took the purse, but I mean, thank you, Devin Haney, for taking that purse. Because if he didn't, the fight would have been off, and it would have been all Ryan Garcia's fight, and then we probably still would have been calling Devin Haney this and that because he didn't fight him.
Well, yep.
Lose situation. You know what I mean? You can't win, especially when it's Devin Haney going against Brian. You know what I mean? I
Oh man,
kind of don't like the hate against Devin Haney, and I kind of hope that when he comes in here against Brian Norman Jr., he proves the world wrong. I like underdogs. You know what I mean? I like guys who been at the bottom, been taken down, been talked the most crapped off, and then when they come to the top, when it becomes their spot, they break open.
yeah,
And
yeah, nah, me
and
too.
just imagine how big of a victory this is gonna be for Devin Haney if he beats Brian Norman Jr.
Nah, that'll be big, bro. My only thing is, man, just to get back on touch on topic, man, then we can come to it because I have like a lot of stuff going on, man. I appreciate you coming on with me. One of the things is, man, is like I like Vergil versus Jaron Boots in this, man. Who wins? I think Boots is a little bit more is a more of aggressive fighter, but we have to wait to see how Vergil do against Erickson Lubin. If Vergil go in there and get Lubin out within the first 2 rounds, hey, this fight is gonna be fire. But what I don't want to hopefully we get it in January and we ain't gotta wait till like March, April for this fight. Like if we it's October and we talking about it. So like
Yeah,
I'm tired of all of these. Oh, look forward to it in the future fights. Like, no, man, I want to see something now, bro. Because like we were supposed to get the Pandora Keith Thurman fight, but now that's canceled. So
yeah, that's
now we
fact.
gotta wait for the November card. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, hey,
Yes.
bro, and we definitely got to talk about the David Benavidez and
Hold on, hold on.
Yard, and we got to talk about like a couple of more other fights that's coming out too, though, man. But I'm tired of all the future talking of the fights. I'm talking about I want to see something now. You know what I mean? Now.
100%, man. 100%. I think right after this fight with Erickson Lubin, if he gets through it, hopefully without any injuries, because some people are saying that Erickson Lubin got a chance in it, and I ain't gonna count my dog out, man. You
I
know, there's
don't really
only
want to see. Let's just say Lubin. Let's just say Lubin get it. I
yeah,
don't want to see Lubin versus Boots because I feel like Boots is like, I don't know. It seems like Boots is like a diesel to me, bro. He's like he will overpower them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
That's just my
I see
opinion.
you right there. I'm not interested in seeing Erickson Lubin versus Jerome Boots Ennis neither.
Yeah, that's because
Um,
to me, that's another tune up.
and not just that, but yeah, and not just that, but that's, I mean, who's gonna pay for that? I mean,
Right.
that's not a pay per view fight, you know what I mean? Unless you're on the co-main or something like that of a turkey
But
card
shout
or
out to but shout out to Vergil for taking the Erickson Lubin though.
yeah, man, that's a
You know
tough
what I
fight
mean?
right there, dude.
That's a tough fight.
That's a Erickson Lubin's a dog, bro. But I do got Vergil Ortiz beating Erickson Lubin.
Yeah.
I got him beating him, man. I just got the. I think Jesus Ramos kind of laid a foundation on how to beat somebody like Erickson Lubin, and go to the body, stay long, use that head movement. I think Erickson Lubin's gonna land punches on Vergil Ortiz, but I think Virgil's gonna win that fight to set up, hopefully, the
Yeah.
super fight with Jerome Boots Ennis, who I think that's Vergil Ortiz's toughest fight yet. Same for both fighters, but I think Boots Ennis got confidence, Vergil got confidence, but I think, man, that's a tough one for Vergil, man.
Yeah. I think it's a tough
Boots,
for Virgil too, man. Boost, I think that's a tough fight, bro. Like I just don't like I don't, that's why I said I don't see how this fight came about because that's a tough fight for Virgil. I know I seen Virgil step up to the plate with a Madrimal, but this Boost Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz is just a big fight for me, bro. It's just like a huge fight, man. And it's a huge it's a step up in competition for sure. And man, we just have to wait to see, man. And man, we can come to an end on that, bro, unless you have any more to say. Like I said, I have some other things I can get to. Like I know you have your son back there in the background
yeah.
too as well.
Nah, man. All I gotta say is, it's been a tremendous career watching Danny Garcia compete in the sport of boxing. He's had his
Yeah,
ups and downs. There's been times where, he would get into the ring and he would cry on the mic. And he
yeah,
would speak to everybody and tell people that if you're going through mental issues, if you got mental problems, don't be afraid. You know what I mean? And that's what he was saying. Like, I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter. And to see Danny Garcia do all this. And now, if you don't know, he got Swift Promotions. He's making a lot of money with all the investments that he's made with boxing. Go check that story out, the investments. But all I gotta say, man, is I can't wait. I can't wait to see Danny Garcia perform one last time. And I don't know if that's just my channel because I don't see nobody talking about Danny.
Yeah, man. Nah, you know what's so crazy? I didn't even know about it, bro, until I didn't even know about it until I watched the Keith Thurman situation and Keith Thurman spoke about it. So I didn't even know about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So the thing is, but I feel like it might be too premature for Danny to go off into the sunset only because that Turkey out here throwing that bag. So what if Turkey say, hey, what about this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He could have a big fight. Danny Garcia could still have those big fights, but I feel like after seeing what happened with him and Ares Landilora, you know,
Yeah,
when he was on the stool, and I just feel like when it comes to that high level, I don't know if Danny got it anymore. You know what
yeah.
I mean? I just don't know. That's
But
why that's part of the reason why I think he's retiring.
I
Because I
think
think
PBC had a lot to do with that. I'm gonna be real. PBC had a lot for these fighters not winning these big fights, bro. They coming back. And I'm gonna be real. It's because of PBC and they signed that Amazon deal. These fighters are no longer active, bro. I
yeah, man.
expected Danny Garcia to come back when he's been out for a year or two during the pandemic. Like, bro,
Facts.
like it's hard. Like, yeah, they've been training, but bro, no.
Things have
So
changed.
yeah, things have changed. So
Yeah, things have changed. Times have changes, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, man, yeah, I'm excited to see him, and I think Richard Comey's the co-main event. And maybe the next time we get on, we could talk predictions for Fabio Wardley
yeah.
versus Joseph Parker in 2 weeks. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Definitely. My boy DT, dang, bro. We about to get up off of here, bro. My boy DT just now hopping in. He says, Danny washed. Only thing left in him is cash grabs. Ooh,
And
dang.
and I'm not gonna sit here and say like he's one of the best. There's a reason why he's fighting Daniel Gonzalez. So I'll agree when you say that he's washed, but why the like this man? Let's just forget about it. Let's just enjoy his last fight. This guy's put his life on the line over 30 times, and he could have died any one of those times. So I respect boxers, man. I respect them, even if they're trash, even if they're washed. I don't even care, dude. If everything that's going down with Adrian Broner, everybody shit. I hope Adrian Broner gets off his feet, man. I hope he gets some money. I hate everybody's hating on that fool. One
I
time he
don't
was
think
putting on,
nobody hating on him. I just think everybody tired of his BS, bro. Like I
yeah,
think everybody tired of him, like
being
bro, like
done.
how many times you go show up drunk to an event? Like, bro, at this point, go get you some help. At this
Yeah,
point, where is his real friends at? At this point,
yeah,
bro,
that's
you know
facts,
what
man.
I'm saying? And
That's
stop
facts.
showing up to these fights saying that these people can't hit you when they knocking your tooth out your mouth. I'm just saying, bro.
Marcos Maidana, Marcos Maidana.
Bro, I'm the biggest Adrian Broner fan, bro. Like I'm told, I got a picture with AB. But
Yeah,
AB as a fan, bro, I'm disappointed, bro, because he told us when he went up against the dude damn what's his name, bro, when he went up against Mr. Ric Flair, the fighter, blah blah blah. Blair Cobbs, when he went up against Blair Cobbs, he told us that he was going to show up. He told us that he'd been working hard at the gym. He told us that he was going to do all of this. And what did Adrian Broner do? He didn't show up. He didn't let his hands go. He didn't throw no punches. And for
yeah,
that, bro, it's sort of kind of like, bro, me as a fan, at some point, I have to turn that off. I unfollowed the guy, bro. So
yeah. Too. I understand the frustration.
I don't
I
want to see
understand it.
him like that. So as a fan,
Yeah,
like, kind of
yeah.
switch on
The
him.
only And I understand that too. As a fan, I completely understand it. The only thing that I try to do sometimes is I try not to think like a fan. I try to think like a realist, like somebody who's not judging him for his career, but somebody who's actually paying attention to his life and and the problems that
And
he
that's the
like you
thing.
said.
That's
Like
the
you said,
thing.
how
I'm paying attention to his life, and I can't see him go through that no more, bro. So I got
yeah.
to turn the switch off on Adrian, bro.
So yeah, man. Hopefully he gets better. That's why I hope Adrian Broner gets better, man. I'm rooting for all the fools that everybody says ain't. I'm rooting for all of them, man. Cause I'm the same way, bro. I was at the bottom too, and I was homeless at one time right here on the streets, bro. And people
Yeah,
were kicking at me and telling me that I would never fucking do anything. So yeah, dude, I get real invested in these guys' careers who are at the bottom. Like Danny
yeah.
Garcia, I made a whole video on him and shit just cause everybody forgets about these guys, and I like to be that guy that brings life into people who don't have life. You know what I mean?
Right. Ain't nothing
But
wrong.
from a fan point, I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Hell
Some
yeah,
point we gotta hold these fighters accountable, bro. I'm just holding AB accountable.
yeah, hell yeah. Especially if you're a big fan of him, you
Yeah,
know. Like
yeah.
if Pacquiao started doing dirty things and maybe started saying, I don't know, racial comments or something like that, then yeah, you're right. Maybe I would not respect Pacquiao no more, and maybe I would never mess with him no more. Or if he started doing dumb things, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I understand where you're coming from with that.
But anyway, man, we're gonna get up off of here, man. I appreciate you for tapping in with me, bro.
Yes, sir,
man.
man.
We're gonna tune in tomorrow, man. I might tag in a couple more clips, man. And I got a whole bunch of clips from the last one I gotta post. Man, it just Monday. Listen, bro, this whole week has been hectic for you, boy. So I did try to come on today, though. So that's solid. He says nobody here is wishing bad on these guys. Shout out to my boy DT, man.
Hell yeah, that's cool.
We up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I appreciate you, my boy.
Yes, sir, man. Cool. Let me know when the next one's going, and we'll make some predictions.
All right, I got you, man.
All right, man.
All right.
Later.
Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you, guys. It's your boy LD, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likeable Dialogue. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man. I'll be back tomorrow, man, and we'll go longer tomorrow. Y'all know Monday, Tuesdays is hard, but I did definitely want to come back on here and give you guys something since I didn't come on a little bit last week. But I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll just come up with some topics and hey, shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, and subscribe button.